Welcome to Phoenix, Arizona, as we got some high school basketball coming your way. Trey Matthews joined alongside Benjamin Yates, and Ben, we got some high school hoops coming your way as we got the Santa Barbara Dons taking on the Skyline Prep Bengals. So, what are you looking forward to in this matchup?
Well, Santa Barbara just came out for last night's game against Notre Dame Prep, and they got another game today and then another one tomorrow. They've got a 3-game streak here on the road, coming from California. They're coming to Arizona and taking on a few teams while they're here.
Going deep into the hole, looking for the layup, gets turned aside, and the ball is going down the other way, so that's how we begin tonight's ball game. Gonna take it out is Wilson for the Dons. He was looking for Zeppolato, but the ball goes out of bounds, so we're gonna try this again.
Good deflection there by Nelson, just to keep the pressure on him.
Just underway here in Phoenix, Arizona. Once again, Santa Barbara Dons taking on the Skyline Prep Bengals. Bengals enter this matchup with a record of 1-3, Dons 3-2. Now here comes Savato. Savato, screen set by Whips, trying to take it deep into the hole. Turnaround shot, too strong, hits back iron.
Beautiful spin around.
Now here comes Nelson, controlling the pace for the Bengals. Back up top for Rucker. Rucker takes it over towards his right. Looking for some help. Up top for Funk. Passing it over towards his left for Centers. Centers with the shot. Cash. Nothing but net. And Skyline will put up the first 2 points of this ball game. Now here comes Savlato. Up top for Wilson. Wilson. Couple steps in. Creeping on was Nelson. Taking it down to the other side of the court. Rucker with the jam.
A no-look pass to the paint. Throw it down, big man, and now they're up 4-0 to start the game.
Controlling the tempo, here's Wilson. Four to 3 in favor of Skyline now. Now here comes Rucker. Rucker passing over to his right, back up top for Rucker. Turning it around, trying to pass over to Funk, and a whistle will be blown. Foul call.
Looks like Funk will be shooting here. A little bump in the back against Funk there. He'll be inbounding the ball. Oh, he couldn't get it. Couldn't get it in. Took too long to make the pass. And now you give it back to the Dons.
5:47 remaining in the first quarter. Zeppolato takes a pass half court. Greeted by Bunker. Looking for the shot, too strong. Not a good floater shot by Zeppolato right there.
Use one hand to get it up there, but you got to take a shot when you can.
Taking a pass half court, trying to control the pace as Centers. An offensive foul, so the ball will go back down to the other side of the court.
All the early mistakes here. It's not looking great at the moment, but they're still up 1 point.
Zeppolato takes a pass half court. Screen set by Whips. Zeppolato takes it over to the far side. Up top for Wilson. Wilson. Screen set once again by Whips. Up top for Horn. Horn. Passing it back over to Zeppolato. Zeppolato looking to control the pace. Couple steps in. Over to the far side wing. Taking it deep into the hole. Count it and one.
Wow, what a great move to get yourself into the paint. Draw a foul. Now you're up. Maybe get up by 2 here in a second here.
Will Harmon looking to convert on the 3-point play. So he's got the 2 points now. He's looking for one more at the charity stripe.
Bengals mistakes continue into this play here. You foul a guy that just drives right in. Oh, but he misses it. Still up by just by 1 now for the Dons.
Now here's Rucker on the near side wing. Passing it up top. Over to Nelson. Nelson looking to control the tempo. Couple steps over to his right. Dribble still alive. Over to Centers. Centers deep on in, looking for the shot attempt, just weak. Now here's Harmon, back over to Zuffalato. Zuffalato, greeted by Rucker. Zuffalato passes over to the far side wing. Back up top for Zuffalato. Zuffalato comes, steps in, and he gets shoved down to the ground. And that's going to be another foul assessed to Skyline.
Again, it's just a little careless with the ball on the defense and offense now for Skyline, and it's not working out well. Again, they're only down by one, Trey, but it's not looking great.
And Rucker gets hacked right there. 4:13 remaining in period one. Looks like it's not going to be on the shot, so it's going to be a side out underneath the basket. So basket will not count. But you love the strong finish from Rucker right there.
Right, yeah. Trying everything you can to get inside and throw it in. One hand, two hand. Got to try everything you can.
Here's Funk trying to finish on in. Keeps his dribble alive, looking for the turnaround shot. Too strong as he was greeted in the lane.
Great physicality, just a little short that time.
Here's Finkel, up top for Horn. Sets the screen from way downtown, spins around, and goes back to Skyline.
That wasn't a bad shot, Trey. It almost went in.
Here's Nelson. Nelson takes it deep into the hole, looking for the three-point shot from Rucker. Cash, you betcha. 3 points down for the Bengals.
Great play, drive inside, kick it out, and you got an open shot.
Now here comes Zuffalato. Zuffalato takes it deep on in, up top for Whips. Passing over towards right for Finkel. Finkel, couple steps in, gets greeted in the lane. Ball is tied up, and that'll stop action.
Very fortunate there was no foul called on the trip. It just happened on his own shoes there, but still remained the Dons ball, down by 2.
7-5 in favor of the Bengals. 3:20 remaining in the first quarter. Turnaround shot hits back iron. Looking for the shot once more, goes back to Funk. Funk passing it up the way to Nelson. Looking for the dunk attempt by Hamilton, can't finish. Funk for 3, way short, doesn't even hit the rim.
2 very quick attempts there. A lot of physicality, a lot of pressure that they try to put on the ball, just too strong.
Finkel over to Harmon. And that'll be a turnover, assessed to Santa Barbara. So we're going to head back down to the other side of the court. 2:50 remaining in the first quarter. 7-5 in favor of the Bengals. Once again, the Dons have a record of 3-2. Bengals have a record of 1-3. Both teams are on 2-game losing streaks. Looks like we're going to get another foul assessed. So, Ben, I'm curious to hear your thoughts. Like, what do these two teams need to do in order to come away with the win? Because one team has to come out victorious to try to break their mini 2-game losing streak.
Well, I like what I see from both sides right now. They're driving inside, trying to draw some fouls. And if they can't get shot up, they're going to kick it out to the corner. And it's working well for Bengals right now. And the Dons are making a lot of shots as well. That was a missed shot there. That was just in the mid-range. The mid-range shot's been falling as well for the Bengals, but what they want to do is drive inside, draw a foul, that early time there, just like that. The Dons did it. Now you got to do it.
What a strong finish by Whips right there. Taking it deep on in. Nelson looking for some revenge. Corner 3 by Centers. No good. Funk grabs the rebound, taking it deep on in. Trying to finish, but he'll get hacked. So the near side corner 3 was no good for the Bengals, but you just love the rebounding attempt by Funk.
Right, Funk has been everywhere on the glass right now. It's been getting the boards that have been contributing to more offensive possessions for the Bengals. But so far, it's not putting them any further ahead. They're tied right now, even with those rebounding efforts.
2:04 remaining in the first quarter. Underneath the basket, Bengals looking to reset their offense. Over to Hamilton on the near side wing. Left side to be exact. Hamilton, couple steps back. Harmon defending him. Over to Bunker. Bunker, couple steps in. puts on the dance moves on Finkel. Gets turned aside. Looking to reset once again. Funk trying to finish deep in the hole. Too strong as it hits the backboard and doesn't hit the rim. Now here comes Santa Barbara looking to take it coast to coast.
The fast break has not been working really well as they slow it down here, realizing that the slower pace has been making the better shot. Right there, he makes another great shot. You slow it down, you get a 3 on the wing.
That has shades of James Harden right there. One-on-one, me and you, back step right there, butter. Take it deep on in, Zappalato. Looking for the 3, looking for some retaliation, goes back to Skyline. Bengals looking to take it coast to coast, goes off the fingertips of centers, out of bounds.
Speed has been killing both sides right now. The fast break just breaking both offenses apart. Too fast, too strong. If you slow it down, you got the better shot. We just saw the Harden step back a second ago.
Zappalato takes it deep on it. He's been everywhere. He's been handling the ball. He's been trying to do a boatload of the scoring for his team. Unfortunately, they still trail by a score of 10-7.
He's doing a fantastic job of driving through the paint, trying to get an open shot. Most of what he's shooting is actually going in. Just not a lot of great shots on the fast break here, Trey, for the Dons, but they'll get back in this for sure.
Underneath the basket. Up top for Santa Barbara. Santa Barbara. Over to Miller. Miller being hounded by Hamilton. Miller looking for some sort of opening. 40 seconds remaining, looking for the sky hook, and it goes in and out of the rim.
Touched about every single part of that rim except for the net there. Just didn't fall through.
Over to centers. Looking for the 3-point shot. Goes off the hands of Funk on the rebounding attempt. Zappalato. Right wing side. Taking it deep on in. Too much traffic in the lane. But he will get fouled, so he's going to head back to the charity stripe. Looking for a couple.
That shot was crazy. If he made that left hand floater there, I mean, come on, Trey. You got double team on him. The glass was getting packed. He still got a shot off.
First one from Zappalato, rims out. 16.8 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Zappalato looking to convert at least half of his free throws. And that one will hit the bottoms. Here's Bunker. Bunker takes it for the Bengals. Pass half court. Being hounded. Looking for wide open centers. Centers with the floater. It's good. 3 seconds remaining. Bengals on top by a score of 12-8. Looking for the half court heave. And that missed just short. So we head into the first break after the first quarter. Bengals are on top of the Dons by a score of 12-8. Ben, what have you been seeing so far before we convert it over to you for play-by-play momentarily?
Well, Trey, it's just been, again, the driving through the paint for the Dons. It's been getting them points. But then again, on the other side, it's driving through the paint and able to kick it out to a corner 3 that has been leading the Bengals by 4 so far. It's been a fantastic effort by centers to get a shot and then by Funk to get a board to get more shots up on the board. It's been pretty good here. Very even match right now. Up by 4 doesn't mean that you're all the way up. You're not safe yet. You still got 3 quarters to go.
So we're going to switch it over to you once more, Benjamin, as you're going to do play-by-play for this quarter. So, as you know, the Bengals are on top of the Dons by a score of 12-8, and both teams are looking to snap their 2-game losing streaks.
All right, here we go. Bengals driving through on the wing. Pass to Miller. Cepalato. Cepalato on the corner for 3. Bang! Cepalato from the corner. Now down by just 1. Don's got something early in the second quarter.
Was that 3?
Bengals Give it to Funk in the paint. Misses it. It's blocked by Cephalado. He's been everywhere. Cephalado on offense and defense. Draws another foul right there. That will be a defensive foul there against the Bengals.
What I like from Funk is that he is just playing deep in the hole right now. He is being the big man, just trying to corral the rebounds and play aggressive.
Now the Dons will have the possession here. Corner three by Cephalado. It misses, just in and out. Handing it over. Dons. Oh!
Whoa!
Inside against Sawyer. Sawyer will go to the free throw line and take a couple shots.
Got to be careful right there. We've been seeing a lot of fouls early, Benjamin. I'm loving the aggressive nature by both respective teams, but got to tone it down a little bit because you don't want to be giving your opponent any freebies.
Missed that first shot there. The freebies go. That was not a very good free throw. Up by just one for the Bengals. Sawyer taking one more shot here at the penalty mark. Yeah, one goes in. They're up by 2, 13-11. Cephalado controlling the pace once again for the Dons. Steps out of bounds, and now it's back in the Bengals' hands. That's one of the few mistakes he's had tonight, Trey.
Yeah, so Bengals are on top by a score of 13-11, just trying to put their foot on the gas pedal and just looking for that momentum because basketball is a game of runs and sloppy passing right there.
Back to Cephalado on the wing. The Don stole it out of the Bengals' hands. Stealing candy from a baby there. Gave it back to Cephalado at the top. Oh, another three-point shot for Cephalado!
Cooking with
the second quarter for so far. It's only been 4 minutes in and Cephalado is still shooting.
Yeah, he's cooking with fish grease right now, partner. He's feeling it. Cephalado from three-point range, deep in Phoenix, Arizona.
That one was far. That was not just on top of the key. He was out there taking a long-range shot, and that was the timeout for the Bengals. As now the Dons are taking control of the game again, up by 1, 14-13, 6:40 left in the second quarter.
Yeah, so once again, basketball is a game of runs, and right now the Bengals are just trying to take the wind out of the sails of the Dons because right now the Dons have just been doing an excellent job of pinpointing those passes, and Bengals just got to try to reset and try to keep their composure because you don't want the Dons to get off to a 5-0 run or a 10-0 run or things like that. That could be a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, the 6-1 run now for the Dons out from Cephalado's 2 3-point shots and 1 free throw by Sawyer for the Bengals.
6:40 remaining in period 2. Bengals trailing by a score of 14-13 against Santa Barbara.
Bengals drive inside, losing it. Foul. Bengals dropped it right out of bounds, but luckily a foul right before it happened. They get the ball back on offense here. Centers. Mid misses it. Don gets the board. Cephalado once again controlling the ball now for the Dons. Getting a little trouble here. Cephalado snatched right out of his hands. Bengals up the court, driving, and he lays it in smooth over the rim. Sawyer gets another shot in the second quarter.
Love that from Sawyer right there. He almost blew the layup though, but I'm sure he's glad that he's got the 2 points down.
It looked like he was going for the dunk, Trey, but he just rolled it right in. Perfect. Now they're up again by 1.
Looks like that's a loose ball. And that'll stop action with 5:47 remaining in quarter number 2.
Sawyer has been up and around Cephalado so far in the second quarter, giving him all sorts of trouble and reining in all kinds of stops here against the Dons. Trying anything to be a nuisance to Santa Barbara. waiting. Cephalato gets it at the wing. Sawyer right on him. He takes it right in front of his face. Bang! Cephalato! Right in his face. The hand was there. Doesn't matter.
Cephalato feeling it right now. He's on fire.
Sawyer tried to answer back, but to no avail. Cephalato dribbles up again. Cephalato inside, double team. Passes out to the wing. Sawyer pinning them up. Passes Cephalato, he loses it. Bengals driving down again, and it's in! The Bengals are now tying the game again, 17-17.
Great play by Hamilton right there. Tie game, 17 apiece, partner.
Cephalato double teamed at the top. Passes it away to the corner. And it's Cephalato in the corner again. 2 on him. No good. Right away over the rim. Bengals get the ball. Go right inside. Stops, pops, and drops it off the top of the rim. It does not go in. Still tied, 4 to go in the second quarter. Cephalato guarded by Sawyer on the wing again. Drives inside, pretty layup, fouled, no good from the basket, but he gets 2 at the line. Another foul on Sawyer. That's 3 on Sawyer right now.
Yeah, he's probably going to have to sit because he has got 3 fouls, and we're not even at halftime yet.
Looks like Rucker might be coming in for him any second now.
So you love the aggressive nature from Sawyer, but you got to know how to tone it down just a little bit more.
Well, I mean, even when he has turned it up, Trey, it doesn't matter. Cephalato just has a hand in his face, and he's still drilling the threes from way downtown. If he gets 2 free throws to go in there, they're now up by 2 for Santa Barbara. 19-17, 3:57 to go. Just a roll right off the rim there for center. Cephalato controls it once more. And now with Sawyer out, he's getting guarded, but it doesn't matter. Wow, they got the pick off of Cephalato, and now Bengals roll up the floor, pass it to the paint, center, then he dunks it in! It's now tied 19-19.
You are clear for takeoff. Look out below. Centers with the 2-handed jam.
Cephalato at the top. He just drives right in and rolls. Is no good. Foul happened prior to the basket.
Doesn't take away from the fact that was actually a sweet finish, man. It might not count for anything, but trust me, his teammates and coach will not forget that.
Oh, yeah. That's exactly what he's been able to do all night. Oh, wow, a steal right off the Bengals. Open on the wing, and it bricks right off the back of the rim. A few careless possessions now for the Dons. They're trying to get something back here on the board. And no good there. And now you've got the Bengals with a lot of momentum on their side. Another open 3 for centers, and it misses. They get the board by Hamilton. Driving inside, and he tries to lay, and it goes in. No foul called there, but a great shot for Hamilton.
Love the tough finish right there.
Cephalato, another 3. Misses that time. Get the board, Cephalato, pass it to the corner, and that's good. Don's got another 3 in the second quarter. And that was alibi there. Original. Another missed shot for Bengals. The Dons up by 1. After Wilson's shot in the corner, just a play ago.
It looks like the Bengals need a timeout. You can hear the coaching staff just barking, time out. might have another situation here.
I'm very frustrated here.
Right now, right now the referees and coaching staff for Bengals just going at it.
We're in the center.
We're in the center of it. I don't know if anyone can hear it.
Oh, I'm sure they can, and I hope they take it. That was a full-blown argument.
We're on YouTube. We're on YouTube, so we're okay. We're okay. But Ben, it just seems like for Santa Barbara, it's just like they are negating any attack attempt by the Skyline, because you see the Bengals, they're just trying to play their hearts out and just trying to look for some sort of opportunity. But every time they get the lead, they just give it right back. And right now, my suspicion is confirmed. I think someone might have unfortunately thrown up, and they're cleaning it up. I just wasn't really sure 100%, but that's why we have the timeout.
I had no idea. I didn't even see that, Trey. Is that true?
I think that is true.
Oh, wow. That's actually terrible.
Yeah, that's why I said we might have a different situation, but I just wanted to confirm. But yeah, that's why the cleaning crew right now.
I'm glad we have the camera on it as well. Good job by Adam Cuden, our camera operator today, for keeping an eye out on the spit up on the floor.
That's a first for me, at least for basketball. That's a first.
Oh man. Well, you got to cover all your bases here. Going all the way to the half-court line. And it looks like whatever mess that they are cleaning up is taking a full-foot approach here. They get to the logo and clean even more. They got the mop out, Trey.
They do. They got to make sure everything is covered cleanly. You don't want someone to slip, so they're very adamant about wiping up the sweat. This is a different story. This is a very different story. But
squeaky clean floor, and it looks like we're back in action here. Time to play some ball.
Yep. So 1:46 remaining in the second quarter. Bengals trailing by a score of 22-21.
Someone help this guy out. He's a one-man show. This is the all-star of the game right now, Trey. He's got everything covered here. Not doing the entire floor.
Yep, Zephalato right now just playing really well for the Dons. He's got a lot in his repertoire. So he's been finishing at the rim. He's getting three-point shots. He's covering the court in all aspects of the game.
Hasn't come off the floor yet either. It's been nearly 2 straight quarters, and Zephalato is dripping with sweat, carrying this team with all of the shots he's been raining in from downtown. We're back. Bengals dribbling up the court now. They're down by 1, 21-22 here. Hamilton, great drive and finish there for Hamilton. Bengals are back up by 1. Zephalato hoping to answer back here himself. Sawyer out, means a new defender on him. Oh no, Sawyer's back in the game, he's not even guarding. Hamilton gets a pick, gets it all the way up. Oh, a spinner on the back, does not go in.
Oh man, he would have liked to have that finish.
Great shovel over, and the Dons are up again, 24-23. A shovel pass by Zephalato into the paint. That was Whips with the finish off of Zephalado's shovel pass. Nelson to Rucker. Rucker back to Nelson. He's at the top of the key. Finding a spot, drives, finishes, and one opportunity now for Nelson. Nelson gets the and one. He got a free throw coming his way.
39.5 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Bengals on top, 25-24. Right now, this game has been back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
A lot of lead changes here, like you said, Trey. Now you have Nelson taking a shot, see if they can put it up by more than just one. And he does. Nothing but net. Fantastic. 26-24, 30 seconds to go. Zephalato's drive ends in another foul on the defense. It'll be Don's basketball again. It'll be actually a free throw shot here for Cephalado.
Hey, if you can't stop them, force them to the line. That's how the Detroit Bad Boys played.
I would agree with you, Trey. However, Cephalado, oh wow, I'm rare miss by Cephalado. I was about to say he just hasn't missed yet, but missed that free throw there. He hasn't really missed a lot of those so far, Trey.
No, Cephalado, he's been struggling at the charity stripe this evening.
Both of them. And they get it back. Dons. Great hustle there by the Dons. Number 3,
that was
Shyrock. Tobin Shyrock had a great hustle play to get the board out of the Bengals' hands. And a good timeout called by the Dons, 30 to go. It'll be the Dons basketball once play resumes.
Yeah, so they're just looking for some sort of momentum to go their way. There's 30.1 seconds remaining in the second quarter, so I think they're going to try to dribble out the clock and get the last shot.
With that last shot, you can take a few guesses on what it might be, but a very fair assumption might be a Cephalado three-pointer, Trey. It might be his 4th of the quarter if he makes it. We got Funk checking in as well when he comes in. Get some paint defense, maybe a rebound here to throw it long for a fast break opportunity is what the Bengals hope for. As the Dons check in, Cephalado will play out the remainder of the quarter and the first half.
(26-24) in favor of the Bengals.
Harmon will throw it in. Has to get an open guy. Wilson gets it off. Drive inside. Rolls out of bounds. It will be the Bengals' ball with 23.3 to go. They're up by 2, the Bengals.
Yeah, love the defense from Nelson and Bunker right there, just smothering Finkel. And Finkel knew he messed up because as soon as the ball left his hands, you could just see his head go down because he knew, like, he ran out of room and there was nothing else he could do.
And Cephalado not even touching the ball on that possession, Trey.
Yeah,
Usually been on the ball every single possession on the floor has been a touch by Cephalado. Now the Bengals come back up the floor here with 15 to go. Pass right inside to Funk. Great shot. Open make for a layup there. Bengals now up by 4. Cephalado from long does not go in. So the half will start now. 28-24 Bengals. After a huge second quarter by Cephalado, they still stayed down by 4 points to end the halftime. Trey, what have you been seeing from the Dons and the Bengals on either side in this game?
Well, it hasn't been the cleanest of games. It hasn't been the best of games. But the one thing that I'm liking from both teams is that they are playing hard. And right now, Skyline just has the momentum going into their favor. So what they were doing was like they were just making the small plays, play by play by play. So that way now they have a minuscule lead. They lead by 4 points, but it's nice to go into the locker room having that small of a lead.
And neither side has even led by more than 4 points so far, and it's been the largest lead of the game. It will stay the largest lead of the game going into the halftime show here.
So yeah, I've been enjoying it so far, and we'll step aside here on Inferno TV. Trey Matthews joined alongside Ben Yates. Cheerleaders right now on to the court doing their halftime performance. We will leave it there, and we'll see you at the beginning of quarter 3. Don't go anywhere. That was fun. What's wrong? Kentucky lost?
No, they're just down by 4.
Justin talking shit?
Hey Ben, you're gonna do quarter 3 and I'll finish it off.
Okay, very good.
Hey, real quick, who's 25 on the team? For Skyline.
Hey, who's 25? 25. Kevin 25? Okay. 25 is Dennis. Yeah, 11 is Remy. Ready to go?
Yep. And we're back here. Third period now about to begin for the Skyline Bengals and the Santa Barbara Dons. Bengals are up 4 points, 28-24, as second half resumes here with the Bengals in possession of the ball. Trey Zephalato on the Dons has been great so far. Sawyer's been guarding him, but he's got a few fouls on him. What do we see from now for the Dons? And we go up and out. Rebound, more rebound for the Bengals. Third possession on the play, and Centers gets it in for the Bengals.
Be relentless on the boards. Boardman gets paid, as Kawhi Leonard once said.
Well, you get 3 possessions, you're bound to get one of them in, right?
Right.
Third time's the charm.
But you gotta be ripping your hair out if you're a coach, because it's like you gotta get the rebound.
Right, and that's the biggest lead of the game for the Bengals. 3-point on the way, and it's in for the Dons. That was Ben Whips with the corner 3.
Love his name, Finn Whips.
Yeah, right? Oh, and another good layup there for the Bengals. That was Rucker getting it in. Here comes Zephalato as he controls the ball, as he usually does. Zephalato getting guarded by Rucker. Now it's Funk on him. Passes out to the corner. Another 3 on the way. Does not go in. Rebound back up the wing. And it is out once again for the Dons.
Yeah, a little too strong on the 3-point heat by Harmon.
Rucker getting away with an offensive foul in the paint. And Funk gets it in for the Bengals. They're now up by 7. Which is, again, now the biggest lead of the game is 7 points for the Bengals.
Don't look now. Yeah, like you said, Ben, they are up by 7. So you got to try to negate this run if you are Santa Barbara.
Don just gave up on the play. No whistle, no call. Zephalato and the Dons gave up on that, and now it's a 9-point lead.
What a dunk.
Don's on it, call a timeout out of frustration of the referees.
What a dunk right there by Dennis. No one in his sights, and he decided 2 hands for safekeeping, wouldn't you say?
Well, if you're going to have some fun, you might as well stretch out the repertoire and the resume of how many dunks you can pull off in a game. And Dennis finally gets one to fall in there. If you're on a run, you might as well take it.
Right, so 5:55 remaining in quarter number 3. And the Bengals are on top 36-27. They are looking to get their second win of the year.
In the first half, we had a little bit of frustration by the Bengals against the referees, and now it's the Dons' turn as they hoped that there was a call that was going to happen there right at the center court. It didn't happen. We had a couple guys fall over. The ball just went loose. Zephalato gave up, and he gave Dennis that dunk that you were talking about just a second ago, Trey, and now it's that 9-point lead, biggest lead of the game. And how do you recover from that?
How do you recover from this this 9-point lead? What you have to do is, like, you got to get on a run yourself. You got to try to get a stop. Look, you can't miss a shot and then give up 2 layups. It can't happen. So that's what unfortunately has been happening to the Dons of Santa Barbara right now, which is basketball is a game of runs. So you need to get one stop yourself and then score. Try to make up some of those point differentials.
Right, if the Dons are giving them a run, you know the Bengals are going to throw it down. We're checking back in. 5:55 to go in the third quarter. Bengals up by 9. It'll be Zephalato getting the ball at the top. Rucker guarding him. Full court press.
Nice defense. Wow.
Zephalato, a beautiful move inside. Spins and runs right into the rim and throws it in for 2. Now down by just 7. Centers gets the shot, no call. Puts it up by 9 once again for the Bengals. Zephalato gets the ball back and Rucker guarding him.
Right now they're trying to make sure that Zephalato does not get the ball.
Dons hit the ball, so they still get it. Bengals got it back after the rebound. Hamilton on the corner, spins, and a foul against Hamilton. He will take shots at the line. The ball does not go to the rim. They're still up by 9. It'll be an inbound. It was not. Now, yes, there we go. There's a fast free throw. Free throw's coming here for Hamilton to give it the biggest lead of the game, a 10-point lead on the way. And there it is. Double-digit lead, the first of the game for both sides. Bengals now up 10, 39-29, 5 minutes to go. Missed the free throw. No one to rebound but the Bengals. Dennis got the board, gets it back up to Nelson, who drives and thrives with the paint shot. 2 more for the Bengals. Now up by 12. Missed the layup. They get the board. And another shot, no good. Dennis with the board. Gets the center. Center's around the back. And right up to the rim. A slam dunk for Centers.
You go ahead, Centers right there. That has to be on Sports Center right there, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. Round the back. Up top, and Zephalato answers back with an and one opportunity on the way.
I mean, that looked like he was doing the dunk contest. So he has the ball, goes around the back, and then he finishes with a dunk.
Oh, and that was just a beautiful play. He got him on the break, and finally the fast break does work for the Bengals. Slam jam fest here in the late game now. The Centers comes off the court. Sawyer is checked in now once again after those 3 fouls in the first half. Zephalato missed the free throw. Horn on the play. Gets fouled. The whistles are getting blown tremendously now on both sides of the ball. Free throws have become a prominent form of scoring so far.
Yeah, so that's not what you want if you're Santa Barbara. You got to try to play better defense and not send the Bengals to the line, because that not only does that stop game action, but you're giving them a chance to try to get a couple more points on the board, hence the name free throws.
The Bengals still up by 12. Remy has 2 free throws here. He just missed one of them. Once again, some more Dons check out and others check in. Zephalato remains out on the floor. Has not taken a seat yet. Missed both free throws. Zephalato with the board. Swings it to the corner. Gives it back to the top of team for Miller. Just doubles into the paint and blocked! Rejected by Remy! Hamilton flying up the court. lays it, doesn't get in. Remy gets it, the ball! Oh my goodness, the Bengals on top. Tremendous play on both sides of the ball for Remy.
You like when your players play two-way, and that was definitely a great two-way play by Remy.
Cephalado getting doubled. Now Dennis has a one-on-one. Cephalado foul, gets a shot off, doesn't go in. There will be free throws here for Cephalado.
They got to try to do a better job of containing Cephalado, because you don't want him to get the hot hand and get his team back into it.
You do not want this man to get hot. We saw 3 perimeter shots rain in from him just the last quarter. He's able to turn it on, Trey. Hands in the face and everything, does not matter. He missed that free throw. Shocking display of grit and grind here from Cephalado, staying out here as long as he has. He might be wearing him out. One more free throw. That one falls. It is now a 13-point lead here for the Bengals. Dennis hook, passes it in to Remy. Turn around, misses the jumper. Rebound by the Dons. Cephalado running. Gives a pass to the corner where Miller was. Miller fumbles the pass and it goes out of bounds for the Dons. Bengals have ball once again. There's 2:40 left on the clock in this third quarter. Hamilton gives it back. Centers is about to check back in. Dennis from 3. Bang! The big man gets a 3. Threes have not been falling for the Bengals so far until this quarter. They have been unbelievable. A travel for the Dons. Careless with the ball once again. And now the Bengals lead by 16. Largest lead of the game. Becoming more and more insurmountable by the minute as the Bengals dribble back up the floor here.
Right now the Bengals can pretty much take their time.
Remy, guarded by Miller, passes it back to Hamilton. And now it's Sawyer on the wing, guarded by Cephalado. Into the paint with Remy. We have a timeout, a late timeout here by the Bengals. They're up 16 points, Trey. How has this lead been built, and how are they going to be able to keep it?
Well, I think the main thing that the Bengals were able to do is that they, for the most part, were able to keep Cephalado in check. Now, Cephalado has been trying to get to the rim and looking for his shot because right now the Bengals are not giving him an inch of breathing room. And unfortunately for Santa Barbara, they are a little too top-heavy. So, yes, it's nice that you have a one-on-one scorer like Cephalado out there, but the problem is he can't do all the scoring, and the Bengals are picking up on that. So what are they doing? They're trying to make sure that they're giving him the tough shots. If you can't stop him, send him to the line. Make him earn it. He hasn't really been converting on his free throws. So that's what I've been liking from the Bengals so far. I mixed it. Good.
Bengals have the ball again. Sawyer passes to Hamilton. 1:45 left in the third quarter. Hamilton from the wing, and it's in! Another 3 rains in for the Bengals. They're now up by 19 points. Biggest lead of the game as it continues to build and build throughout the game. Bengals throwing in every shot they've been taking. The Dons throw it out of bounds into the Bengals ball. Rucker comes in for Remy. Unbelievable for Remy so far. He's had the ball on both sides. working for him as Rucker checks back in to this smoking hot Bengals offense. Hamilton again open on the wing. He decides to drive, kicks out to Sawyer, takes a corner three. It's in! Another three! It's raining cats and dogs out here.
Raining cats or dogs or raining triples?
It's raining whatever you want because the Bengals have not missed.
Double team Cephalado suffering him right now.
Cephalado, another really careless pass, almost goes away. Dons have it. Passes Cephalado in the corner. Cephalado misses again. Cephalado has not made a lot in this third quarter as Bengals take advantage. Rucker on the wing, drives in. It loses it. He loses the ball to the Dons. 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Bengals up 22 points. Snatch Cephalado fails. Sawyer gets the ball, tips it up and in for a layup for the Bengals off the center. 5, 4. Cephalado in the paint, past the corner. Miller doesn't take the shot, doesn't see the clock, doesn't even make an attempt. The Bengals are in control as the Dons are in total frustration. 56-32, a 24-point lead. That was a 20-4 run in the third quarter, Trey.
Yeah, so the Bengals just put their foot on the gas pedal and did not look back, and now they are up by 24. And once again, the Bengals are just looking for an opportunity to get their second win of the season. And right now, they're on pace to do so.
Right, and the Dons, a lot of careless turnovers and plays, shots not even trying to go in. It seems like they're giving up in the third quarter. Could they come back from this, Trey?
We'll see what happens. I mean, like I said, basketball's a game of runs, but they're going to have to get something going very early because only 8 minutes in the final quarter of regulation. And now I switch back over to play-by-play. Ben, you did one heck of a job calling the shots, partner.
Well, please, thank you. Hold your applause for the end of the game. Thank you, Trey.
As referees call everyone back onto the court, we are going to reset. Once again, Bengals are on top of the Dons by a score of 56-32 here in Phoenix, Arizona. Side out for the Dons. Controlling it will be Whips. In front of him is Rucker. Passing it to who else? Cephalado. Cephalado's been having one heck of a game so far. Greeted by Bunker. Bunker greets him on defense. Passing over to Miller. Miller looking for the screen and roll alongside with Whips. Leaves his hands, playing a game of hot potato. Basketball will go down to the other side of the court. 7:46 remaining in the final quarter of regulation. Bunker will control the offensive tempo for the Bengals. Greeted by Finkel. Passing over to Hamilton. Up top for Bunker once more. Top of the key. Bunker, a couple steps in. Into the paint. And it looks like he took one too many steps, so we're going to head back down to the other side of the court. Traveling is the call. Kind of saw it right there. 1, 2. He could go for a walk in the park on that one.
Yeah, not a really good thing you want with the lead, but they can sacrifice a couple turnovers here. What luxury the Dons don't have. Cephalado throwing the ball in frustration at the wall.
Yeah, right there, Cephalado was trying to take the ball up the court, and he was greeted by Bunker, and Bunker was assessed the foul, so side out for the Dons once more. Cephalado, back court. Takes it once more, charging on in. Corner three for Miller, cash. Nothing but net. 3 points down for the Dons.
Didn't get a single three-point shot made for the Dons last quarter. Finally, one falls in the second half.
Over to Hamilton. Hamilton, greeted by Miller. Deep on in, looking for the layup. Just short. Looking for the steal, and unfortunately Bunker got a little too handsy and a little too aggressive for the referee's liking, so that's another foul assessed to him.
Big ball by Finkel there. It looks okay. He's walking it off like a champ.
Once more, Bengals lead the Dons by a score of 56-35 here on Inferno Television. Thank you for tuning in. Trey Matthews joined alongside Benjamin Yates. Bunker swipes the ball, and he's shoved down to the ground by Whips. Not only is that a steal, that's a foul assessed to the Dons.
Whips just had a big push there. He's getting checked out of the game. Very big foul there against the Bengals. All these turnovers and fouls are going to hurt the Dons as they go into the final stretch here, 7 minutes to go. It looks almost impossible now, Trey.
Nelson checks into the game for Skyline. He's controlling the tempo. Takes a pass half court. Greeted by Zephalato, passing over to Dennis. Deep on in for centers. Missed it, but got his own rebound and put it back up.
Just rolled right in there. Perfect for centers. Great game for him tonight.
Remy's going to need a new jersey after this. His jersey is currently ripped. Over to Wilson. Wilson, right wing side. Up top for Finkel. Finkel passing over to Miller. Miller, couple steps over to his right. Over to Wilson once more. Wilson skips it over to Zephalato. Zephalato trying to put the dance moves on Remy. Deep on in. Foul assessed.
That's Remy's 4th foul of the game. Jersey signifying how his game has been. It's a spotless, clean jersey. However, there's a lot of rips in there. Fouls taken by Remy.
Remy's got to be a little careful. Pass attempt over to Miller. And that ball was a little too hot to handle, so it's going to go over to Skyline, taking it down to the other side of the court once more.
Remy checked out with 4 fouls. Sawyer checked in with 3 fouls on him.
Skyline has a very small roster compared to the Dons, so they can't afford to have too many guys in foul trouble despite with the huge lead. Rucker tries to take it deep inside, falls short of the layup. 6:03 remaining in the final quarter of regulation. Side out for the Dons.
Another turnover for the Bengals. They haven't gotten anything to fall in this quarter yet.
Wilson, right wing side, 3-pointer for Finkel. Hits the front of the iron and doesn't go down. Here comes Nelson. Nelson putting the dance moves on. Looks like he's trying to go ISO alongside with Finkel. Deep into the paint, looking for the finish. Too strong as the bounce did not go his way.
Almost there, Trey. Just rolled right off the rim. Could have gone either way. Flip of the coin on that layup. They take it again if they have a chance.
Left wing side for Wilson. Wilson trying to put the dance moves on Dennis. Wilson runs out of room. Up top for Finkel. Finkel, couple steps back looking for the 3-pointer, no good. And Coach Mike will get a technical foul. 5:13 remaining in the final quarter of regulation. You were saying, partner?
I'm just a little confused on what earned the technical foul. He doesn't seem very happy about it, nor is he very happy towards the refs this entire game. He's sitting down now. I think he's trying to let out all his frustration. He's not very happy, Trey, but I think it's understandable.
Well, Coach Mike definitely is a person who is not afraid to bark orders to his team and definitely will not back down. So that was bound to happen at some point, as we had a bit of a speaker issue happening here at Skyline Prep High School as someone was playing music and they were trying to shoot the technical free throw. So at the line looking to get the 1-point freebie is Zephalato.
The Bengals players have been getting beaten up here. You just see Remy's jersey on the bench, and you can see how physical this game has been, Trey. And I understand on both sides how the fouls have been getting called, and there's frustration on both sides of this game. But you can't take it out on the refs, or else you're going to assess these technical fouls that'll put your team in a hole.
Absolutely. So 5:13 remaining in the final quarter of regulation here at Skyline Prep High School. Tossing over to Zephalato. Zephalato. Greeted by Rucker. Screen set. Zephalato and Dennis. Double team coming. Passing over to Finkel. Finkel on the far side corner. Turned over, goes back to Skyline. Now here comes Sawyer. Sawyer with the layup, good.
Great defense by center. Even better layup by Sawyer.
Taking it up. Here comes Wilson. Wilson hounded by Sawyer. Wilson trying to put the moves on. Looking for the opening, unable to find one. The Bengals have been playing some smothering defense on the Dons so far. The Dons are not given an inch of breathing room to operate. They've been having to do ISO a lot, and that's not panned out well for them because anytime they do find the opening, here comes the double, and then you get the steal. Now taking it down to the other side. Rucker looking for the strong finish. Good. 2 points down.
Picked it right out of the hands of Zeffalato, stumping him in the second half. Now he was playing like a demigod in the first half, and now with not a lot going for him in the second.
Wilson trying to put the moves on Sawyer. Turnaround shot, mid-range, good. Here comes Nelson. Near side corner for Rucker. Decides to take it into the paint. Looking for the finish alongside with Dennis. Doesn't go. Right wing three. Cash money for Horn right there. 3 points down once again. But Skyline is still up ahead by 21.
Great 3-point shot. Cutting it down just by 21. I mean, he need to answer back immediately.
Wilson looking for the quick layup. Skyline is back quickly. They'll corral the rebound. That's Rucker. Rucker takes it past half court. Looking for the dunk attempt alongside with Centers. Great finish by the big man. 2 points down once more for the Bengals. Another steal for Skyline. You are clear for takeoff. Rucker with the jam.
It's showtime, Trey. It is showtime here at Skyline Prep. Bengals are going out of the game. It's over, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's go home. Let's go home, Yates. Let's go home.
Let's go home.
That was a great dunk by Rucker right there. 2 points down in the bench. They heard us. We were like, let's go home, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go home. And they were like, tell them.
They want it.
They want it. You can see the look in their eyes. They want this game. They want to break their 2-game losing streak right here, Ben.
And that's exactly how you want to go in this game. Who wants it more? And ever since halftime, it has been the Bengals who wanted it more. Not a question about it. They have been on this incredible scoring run, Trey, and if they want it more, I don't know who we're watching here. There's obviously one team that's playing phenomenal right now, and it's the Bengals. Don's struggling throughout this entire half. Frustration boiling over the top of Zeffalato and his coach. It's not looking good for him. Bengals just taking it to church.
Take him to church, and it's not even Sunday.
No, it is not. They're early. They're already breaking bread.
Can we say that?
I just did.
Okay, then.
Will I say it again? Probably not. But.
No. Now, Wilson takes the ball up for the Dons, taking his time, trying to control the pace alongside with Centers. Greeted one-on-one. Back over to Zeffalato. Zeffalato, double team coming, alongside with Bunker and Funk. Passing over to his left, into the possession of DeBus. DeBus looking for the shot attempt, goes back up top for Whips. Whips passing over to Zeffalato. Zeffalato takes deep on in, looking for the shot attempt as DeBus. Mid-range is no good. 2:55 remaining in the final quarter. And the ball will go down to the other side of the court. Offensive foul assessed to the Dons.
Finn Whips out for the rest of the game with that final foul called against him. And that has been a key player for the Dons. Corner threes, driving inside, great defense by Whips, and now he's out.
Here comes Remy. Remy looking for the turnaround mid-range, and the friendly bounce goes his way. That looked like it was too strong off the back iron, but nonetheless, that hits the net.
Great shot, right back off the rim, and now just a more insurmountable lead as it builds.
Corner three by Horn, no good. Now here comes Remy once more. Putting the dance move off, floater alert goes back over to Zeffalato. Zeffalato takes control of it. Taking it past half court, looking for the double team, runs out of room. He has to pass it over to Horn. Horn passing it around the key. Back over to Holdren. Holdren trying to take it deep on in. Excellent defense, but got a little too physical was Hamilton. So that is a foul assessed to the Bengals. 2:18 remaining in quarter four. Bengals on top by a score of 70-41 here on Inferno Television. Trey Matthews joined alongside Benjamin Yates.
Almost a 30-point lead. I just want to see how much more this lead can build.
Gotta hurry for it. Wilson. Yeah, he can't do that. Side out for the Bengals. As you can hear, Coach Cepalato, he's not too happy.
There's arguing between the coaches' benches right now on what play just occurred.
Remy deeps on in.
Big hit on Remy against the Bengals there. And that was Wilson, the huge push in the back against Remy. The Bengals will just check it back in here. 2 minutes to go.
Underneath the basket is Bunker. Over to Funk. Funk looks to take it deep on in. Side out once again underneath the basket for the Bengals. Resetting his Bunker.
I think it's a little interesting, Trey. 29 points up and all these fouls are getting called. It's a little interesting how physical the game is still at with 2 minutes to go.
Naheem controls the rebound for the Dons. Takes it past half court. Naheem, greeted by Funk. Passing over to Miller. Miller over to Horn, looking for the three-point attempt alongside with Naheem. It's good.
Wow, what a great shot. But probably has very little effect on the result of this game. Still a tremendous shot.
Minute 45 remaining in this game. Centers, passing over to Hamilton. Hamilton looking to answer on back. And it rolls around, no good. Now here come the Dons.
Funk had three people trying to get a rebound over him, and he almost had it over three Dons.
Wilson over to Miller. Miller, couple steps in. Passing over to Wilson. Wilson towards his left. Back into the possession of DeBusk. Lost control of the ball, and unfortunately Wilson knew it. Head down onto the ground. He will come out. Ridgell checks into the game for Santa Barbara.
Passing has been a very huge problem here for the Dons throughout the game. Passes falling right off the hands and into the out-of-bounds area, giving it back to the Bengals, and that's what this lead has resulted in.
Deep three-pointer by Centers, and it'll go out of play, back into possession of Santa Barbara. He tried to sell it. Unfortunately, referees were not going to buy it.
Centers. Wow. Technical foul assessed to Bunker for talking to the ref and asking him how to play.
So shooting the freebies will be Horn at the charity stripe, trying to explain to his coach's Bunker as to what happened.
A simple mistake. Can't talk to refs and ask him questions about a play that resulted earlier.
Horn converts the first free throw. And Santa Barbara, after this game, will drop to a record of 3-3. Skyline will improve the record to 2-3. So Santa Barbara's losing streak will extend by 3, and the Bengals will snap their 2-game losing streak.
A bench tech now assessed against the Bengals. We're talking
that is 3 technicals in this quarter alone for the Bengals. You got a bench technical, then you got a Bunker technical, and then you got a Coach Mike technical. So a lot of technical fouls going around for the Bengals.
I think it's, if I had an opinion, Trey, I think it's a little silly calling all these fouls so late in the game. Let's end the game. Let's wrap it up. Let's go home.
Yeah, exactly. Horn converts on both free throws, so that'll improve the score just a little bit for the Dons. But unfortunately, like you said, partner, the game is pretty much over.
We got a minute left. I mean, what are we expecting here? A big comeback?
I've seen crazier things happen, but they're going to have to do like a Tracy McGrady type of thing where they score like many points in just like a minute frame.
And it's in the NBA, pal. I mean, it's going to be a real great and grind effort if they actually came back in this. But
Tracy McGrady was one heck of a player, very underrated.
Not top 75. What happened?
If Dwight Howard's not there, then Tracy McGrady does not deserve to be there. Deep on in, Miller looking for the layup, too strong. DeBusk trying to control the rebound. Back over to the near wing for Naheem. Up top once again. Three-pointer attempt. That came off the hands of Horn. Butter, beautiful.
Absolutely beautiful shot there. I want to see it again.
I don't think we are because...
You know what happened. Yeah, it looks like we're going to dribble it out here and call it quits.
Yep, so Bunker has it. And it looks like... And it looks like referees are just going to stop action.
Looks like the end of the game.
Yep.
It's over. Let's go home.
Let's go home. So Skyline, once again, they will snap their 2-game losing streak. Santa Barbara's losing streak now extends by 3. So Skyline's record improves to 2-3, and the Dons will fall to 3-3. So Ben, your quick thoughts on the game.
I think Cephalotto had a great first half, kept the Dons tied at halftime, but once it came down to who wanted it more, it was obvious who did when the third quarter started, and the Bengals just took it over. Killing the Dons, putting them in the grave early, with that 20-4 run in the third quarter, and now in the fourth, even after all the fouls, there was no chance for the Dons to come back.
Yep, so once again, the Bengals absolutely thrashed the Dons by a score of 70-51. Would you believe would you believe that this game was so close at halftime?
No, but looking at what the scoreboard is now, Trey, no, there's no way this get tied at halftime at 28-28. It doesn't seem real, but here we are, 70-51. The game's over, 29-point lead to finish it off. Center's doing a great job for the Bengals on every play of the game. And while there were technical fouls on the Bengals, more than the Dons, they ended with a lot of class at the end of the day. Cephalotto walking off with a lot of sweat. They didn't really check out at any point in the game. Tremendous game for both sides. But the Bengals, again, who wanted it more, Trey?
They did. They did. So, once again, Bengals will snap their 2-game losing streak, and that's going to do it for Inferno Television. So, for Trey Matthews, joined alongside Benjamin Yates and Adam Coonan, our awesome camera operator. This has been high school basketball here in Phoenix, Arizona. Once again, the final score. Skyline Prep came out victorious by a score of 70-51 over Santa Barbara Dons. Skyline will be back next week, and we have the coverage here on Inferno TV. Good night, everybody.